this is what I'm saying is the manipulation of it all. I think that the woman who is obsessed with the other woman, right? She does the fake friendship and all this shit because that's the manipulation of it all. Because it's like there's a nicety that she tries to put on to try to make it seem like, well, you know, we were friends and we had a fallout. They try to make things seem a certain way that it's not. And then on top of that, in the case of this woman's case of her friend being obsessed with another woman that was at her wedding, that the friend wed, like, no, these women don't want this shit to be exposed. They don't want people to see that they were a hating, jealous ass, envious ass bitch. You know why? Because the women who always talk the most about how hateful and jealous women are the ones who are the ones that are those women. Do you get what I'm saying? And they don't want that to be exposed. That's the manipulation of it.
Ever want their women don't ever want to be uncovered. So when this girl came to the meeting, Susie didn't even tell her that Evelyn was going to be there because she was going to backpedal. Women never want to get exposed.
Nope.
For the obsessive, erratic, and just unhinged things that they do. They want to hide because they want to appear normal. But if you are secretly developing obsessions with women, for
this is what happened. This what happened.
And sooner or later, you should be exposed so other women can stay away from you because you are mentally unstable.
Right. Because it is all mentally unstable. And they are mentally slow. And they are mentally unstable. And I'm starting to realize most of the women who do carry on this, the men too, the men that carry this behavior have been too unstable too. People are walking around here with trauma and pain, and they're subconsciously want everybody else to get their trauma and pain, and their life is reflecting that too.
So when Evelyn went to this, you know, when Evelyn questioned her, she tried to act like she didn't know what Evelyn was talking about. Evelyn said, I have the messages. I have the emails of you sending people information. I have the messages. And when she tried to deny it, we all know how that scene went. It went real bad. Evelyn ended up, you know, throwing the drink in her face and smacking the stack of papers on her. And it just became a very gruesome scene. And then Evelyn said, you know what, I don't want to go to jail. I'm not going to put my hands on you and all that stuff. But I get why Evelyn was upset, because you're dragging someone's daughter. You know, Shanice was like 15 years old around that time. So for you to be a woman and you're secretly jealous and envious of a woman you barely know, and you go and create a fake account to drag her and her teenage daughter that is a minor, you deserve to get some harsh consequences for that, because that's crazy. But that is what a hidden enemy does. That's what hidden enemies do. So hidden enemies have a strong dislike of you internally. They are secretly praying deep down inside for you to stumble.
And that's Chloe. I know it's a TV show, but it's still reality. And the woman, I can't remember her name. I think her name was like Edie. That's why she had a cute name. The woman Edie, and she was a black woman too. Edie should have exposed her ass. But the thing is, people like that are scary. People like that are so scary. All you want to do is put a restraining order on them and go lock them down in jail or a mental institution and keep them away from you and your family. Because it feels like those type of people, they're not going to stop. And depending how spiritual you are, you might have to jaw that motherfucker and put them in the cemetery for a little while. And check on that motherfucker and stomp it down in the ground a little bit deeper. Because that's the only way you're going to hot foot people like that away from you. It's scary, bro. It's very scary.
evil. They want you to fall into harm's way. And a secret enemy sometimes can be like an Evelyn situation, somebody that you barely know, somebody that you probably met briefly at a party, somebody that you just waved at your job. A hidden enemy sometimes can be someone that is at the same company as you, but they work in a completely different
department. Completely different
department. They work in a different department, meaning you and this person have no dealings with each other at all, but they are in the same company as you, and maybe they briefly saw you in the lunchroom, or they briefly saw you at the company Christmas party, and from the moment they saw you, that's when the obsession started. And women are notorious for these kind of things. It's usually women that take it this far, because they start stalking and doing research and start going overboard. So it's usually a woman that saw you at the company party, sometimes a man too, and they develop this obsession with you right away, and they start stalking your life from that point forward. So that's why I tell you guys, just because somebody's not actively in front of you, just because somebody's not actively in front of your face, that doesn't mean they're not stalking you on the low. Okay, just because
I tell you, when I did that reading, and I was doing that reading, and I saw, and I was like, nah, it can't be her. She's talking about me. She don't like me, right? I didn't want to believe it. And then when I went to think, because see, this is the thing. Once it's revealed to you, it's going to be once it's unveiled to you, it's going to open up to you in your face, you know. And so, man, that music. Okay, they needed to do something with that audio. Okay, so when I started thinking about it, I was like, wait a minute. I thought homie over here wasn't talking to me no more because of the argument I got with shorty over here. So much they be frowning up at me. And I said, no. Homie not talking to me because of her over here. And that's how I put it. And what happened is, as time went on, the last time she saw me, she was like, I was walking, she said, and I don't even know where she came from. She's like, you don't look tired. I said, huh? I'm tired as fuck. I said, no, you don't look tired. And I was just like, oh shit. It hit me like right there in that moment. Like, oh shit. I didn't even realize she was talking. See what I'm saying? And I noticed that, you know, time went on and I could see this person hide it in their voice that they don't like me. They can't hide it in their voice that they don't like me. And I was like, is it over? We argue. It's not over. It's not. That's the thing. Sometimes you can try to go in your mind and think it's over something. No, it's nothing. It's just you existing. And I learned too with spirit, how spirit works. Once you see, this people don't understand. When you shuffle tarot, when you do any type of magic, I don't know whatever form of opening a portal that you fucking do out here, right? It's gonna unveil the truth to you. And when the truth unveils to you, you can't unsee it unless you're just being a cold complete fool at that point. Okay, or just a fucking dummy at that point. You know what I'm saying? Because you already opened the door to ask for the truth. So once that motherfucking door is open and you walk through that bitch and you see motherfuckers sprouting up on you hearing the tone and all, you like, yeah, you asked for it. This is the truth. See what I'm saying? But this right here is crazy. This one I'll be wanting zodiac signs for their birthday. This is crazy.
Somebody is not reaching out to you, it doesn't mean they're not secretly watching your every move. Okay, so hidden enemies have a strong dislike for you. For example, there was this woman. There was a story that was actually posted on this woman that was friends with her friend, and her friend was her hidden enemy, but her friend showed no signs, right? So unfortunately, this woman started a photography business, And she shared her photography business with her friend that she's going to start photography. And essentially, her friend was going online writing bad Google reviews from like an anonymous page, writing Google reviews about her. But again, she didn't know it was her best friend. Her best friend actually bought her camera and lights to start photography and was secretly posting bad reviews about her. And also, when she got pregnant, she made her friend, which was a hidden enemy, she made her friend the godmother of her child. And when she went to work, she would leave her child with her friend, which was the godmother, and her friend was purposefully feeding her son a formula made with cow's milk, knowing that her son is allergic to cow's milk. So when the baby started crying and the baby was getting sick, they took the baby to the hospital, and the doctor said he's having an allergic reaction. Thank God he didn't go into anaphylaxis. If you guys don't know what anaphylaxis is when kind of your airways close up in your throat and you can't really breathe because you have now, taken in or touched something you're allergic to. And anaphylaxis it can be very lethal. It can bring you to your grave because some people have certain allergies that are so extreme that they can't even be around a chunk of cheese. They can't even touch it, or they'll go to the hospital. So she was feeding her best friend's son with cow's milk formula, and when they found out, they told the authorities, and this woman ended up going to jail. And she never thought that they were going to find out about it until one day her best friend, which was the mother of the child, said, "Hey, can you watch my son for me? But you can come to my house to watch him." But little did she know that her friend put up a hidden camera. And in the hidden camera, her friend caught her feeding her son cow's milk formula. So she got the evidence that she needed to put her friend in jail. And it's crazy because when her friend's husband found out, he said, "Babe, how could you do something like that? That is your best friend. How could you purposefully be feeding her son formula that you know could unalive her baby?" And she looked crazy in front of her husband. And I tell you, a lot of these hidden enemies, a lot of women that like to go along with things like this, they try to cloak themselves. They don't want people to realize
They don't.
how
That's the
sadistic
retarded part
and
about it.
unstable they are.
Yes.
So when her husband found out what she was doing, she was extremely embarrassed because she didn't want her husband to find out that she's that type of person.
Right.
So when her husband found out what she was doing, he asked her for a divorce. He's like, "I don't want to be married to a woman that does these kind of things. That is evil." And she was trying her best to cover it up, but her husband ended up finding out anyway.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. I want to get too personal here. I can't do that, but I'm gonna say this. A lot of times, this is where we feel alone when we are abused by a jealous mother. Okay, and I did something very different this year. I don't want to say, it's too vulnerable to say, but I had an experience that happened to me every year around a certain time of the year with said my mother. And I said, you know what? I spoke up. I spoke up this year. I sure did. I said, all my siblings, all of them, please tell her to do this and stop being mad at me. Tell her to do this. And I didn't do it to be manipulative. I was really hurt. My feelings was hurt. I got tired of burying down my feelings. And I said, tell her this and tell her this and stop being mad at me. And my brother said, oh no, she don't mean it. He's the youngest. Well, he's one of the youngest. She don't mean it. She really loves you. She don't mean that. Don't take it too hard. And my other siblings, they told her what I said, and I take it as they and then and you know, I handled it better than I could have thought I could handle it. But what I saw from that experience was like they will, like, it's not just, I just mentioned that person. I realized that sometimes we need to expose their evil behavior. It needs to be a documentary of us talking about them and telling our story with this person and admitting to our flaws with this person and admitting to, well, this person came off like this to me and this person came, but that's not what it is. We need to be like, yo, because see how that woman, who this woman she talking about, when her own husband was like, cause see, that's the person, see, that's another thing y'all gotta understand. These women always have husbands, boyfriends, something. They have someone that they keep this very disgusting mask on with. Because I'm starting to realize that a lot men get, I know men know women, but at the same time men get tricked by women. It's the strangest shit. I know she be like, men know women, but men get tricked by women too. Okay, especially when it's a wife, especially when it's a girlfriend, they get tricked. And they can be tricked even to seeing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that man right there is honorable. That man right there is very honorable. To sit there and see that she did some shit like that and said, I can't be married to somebody like that. I can't believe you would do that. That's honorable. I mean, I don't think I've ever heard this story before. When she said that word, I've heard that word before. For my grandma. Yeah.
So again, your hidden enemies they're secretly behind a lot of the demise in your life that you're experiencing. They're the ones dropping the tip. They're the ones making the calls. They're the ones sending the DMs about you,
Yes.
but you're not going to know. So if that lady didn't think strategically and didn't think, okay, who has my son been around? Who's been watching my son? How could this have happened? And she didn't set up that trap, she would have never found out that it was her best friend that was doing those kind of things. Another example of a hidden enemy.
This story could have been worse because I've heard women who have said their child was at a friend's house and a shootout broke out, or their child was at a sister's house and a child choked and, you know, passed on. I'm trying to tell you, man, some people don't get out like this, man. She always showing Tom Ford.
I'll take an example from my own personal life. Is when I was going to that church. Remember I told you guys I was going to that prophetic church, and the leader, he did a humiliation ritual on me, and the first lady didn't like me because she thought that her husband wanted me, and all that stuff that went down. I remember I was doing announcements for that church, and there was a guy who was very close to the leader, and he was trying to get close to me, right? He was married, but he was trying his hardest to get close to me. And when I noticed that he was trying to get close to me, of course my antennas went up. I personally don't believe men and women can be friends. I think they can be associates, but they cannot be friends.
Right.
And if a man is married, you cannot have a woman that is your friend who's also married,
Right.
or who's in a relationship, or even if she's single, it's just not appropriate.
Right.
And he kept trying to push himself on me. And when he was doing that, I realized, okay, he's a flying monkey for the leader that secretly hates me, because hidden enemies throw people your way. They throw people in your environment,
Yes.
that you think are coming, you know, in peace, but they're really coming in as a spy. Okay.
Right.
Hidden enemies have flying monkeys, is what I like to call them. So you must be vigilant and careful with people who are trying to get close to you very rapidly, because who sent this person, right? So
Right.
he's trying to get close to me. He's like, oh my God, I love the way you do announcements. I love your announcements. You're made for the camera. You were created for the camera. All these things.
He extra. He gay as hell.
And then after that whole humiliation ritual happened, and I'm sure he was giving that man tips about me, the leader, I woke up one day, they removed me from all the chats. They removed me from everything. And then I was off the stage out of the blue. And then when I looked on the stage, this guy that was trying to get close to me, it was now him and his wife that took over. So secretly, when I was up there, they wanted to be up there. So they were jealous about it. So, they did what they had to do and say what they had to say to get me off and then take the spot. And when this guy kept trying to approach me, I remember one day I looked at him. I turned around and I looked at him with this very, not like I looked like I was in a trance, but like I said, I can read people very well. And once I read you, I'm not going to allow you to keep infiltrating my space with your strange agendas. That's why I tell people, leave spiritual people alone, because we are going to smell you. So
Yeah,
just
we
leave
are,
us
bro.
alone, because we are not going to allow you to infect our space. So I remember I turned around and I looked at him with
One
this.
thing, one thing that happened with me is that Beyonce. Beyonce wear the best lashes. I swear. Anybody I see wear lashes, Beyonce wears the best fucking lashes. Yeah, that's Beyonce. Oh, she wears the best lashes. So I wanted to say something to this, and this is why I love hearing people's stories, man. People got stories. And Zonical United be having some hell of the stories. I be having the hell of some stories. Man, we be having some stories, bro. Ooh. Um, from what she's talking about there. Spiritual people. The one thing about being a spiritual woman is you do see. Even if you're in a situation where you are understanding why you are experiencing what you are experiencing, it's like you're still pulling yourself out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like car in the shop, I gotta use people help to get places, but I can also not use it. But I also do pay people who do help me. I don't ask for help for free. And see, that's another thing too. Like you would think that you get a little more respect if you're paying somebody their services, if you're asking, if you're not expecting it, you're like, hey, can you do this for me, or can you take me here? If you can't, it's okay. I'll pay you to, like, all of this type of thing. And that's what I'm saying. Like it's it's like it's a big wave. You get what I'm saying? Like it's like I'm still starting to see that it doesn't even matter. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't even matter. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm starting to realize, because I hear what she says about being dependable and stuff like that, and I get where she's going with that. But I also feel that there's still levels to it, right? There's that person who they have nothing and they need people, and they don't pay them nothing and they do for them, right? But I'm gonna tell you something about people like that. I find people complain about them people, but those be the same people in their living room that they be popping bottles with, cracking up, playing cards with. You feel what I'm saying? But it's people like me who I'm on my way to something and I'm paying you while I'm on my way to something, and you feel some type of way about fucking me. You're still like who I am. Because it's still energetically like people just don't fucking like you. They just don't fucking like you. Your presence is just, it just fucks them up. And let me tell you something. Don't ever think that they can't sense that you sense something about them. Don't think people are that damn stupid. And I'm not saying you do to the person who makes this video. I'm not kind of like talking to you or nothing, but I'm just saying in general, like people, as a spiritual person, it's a beautiful thing, but sometimes it can be like, oh, here we go. But I've learned as a spiritual person, as I listen to videos like these and other women and stuff, is I put a more grounded, practical way of understanding shit. And this is something in my life that I look past, and I look past how vicious women can be. Let's go. This one almost finished. Damn, her eyelashes are so pretty. They're perfect. I want my lashes just like that. And she looked like she got the lashes that the underlash. She don't even really got makeup on.
Glass-eyed look, and I told him, I said, why are you so invested in me? And he's like, huh? I'm like, why are you so interested in me? Why? Because nobody should be that interested in somebody. Why are you so concerned with me? And he really didn't know how to answer that question. And, you know, these people that are hidden enemies or that are working for your hidden enemy, they think that they can hide and cloak themselves. But if you're a spiritual person, God will give you the tip. So another story of a hidden enemy is understanding that these people are sometimes infiltrated in your family. It could be an in-law, it could be a mother-in-law, it could be a sister-in-law, it could be a father-in-law, it could be a cousin, it could be an aunt, it could be an uncle, it could be your own parent, really. And you're really never going to know. So hidden enemies want to continue to have proximity to you without blowing their cover. Hidden enemies are very, very strategic with ensuring that they don't blow their cover. They don't want you to realize that they secretly dislike you, because if you do, who else are they going to have to obsess over? Who else are they going to obsess over if you spot them out and they no longer have access to you? People who are hidden enemies, they have specific people that they obsess over. And they obsess over that person like you are their project. Like you have a mansion in their mind. So if you go away, who are they going to obsess over? These kind of people are people who have very addictive traits, meaning they become addicted to certain people.
Right.
So they obsess over that person. Like sometimes when I go through my email, I'll have one person probably send me 35 emails a day. The same person. 35 emails a day. Talking to themselves. 35 emails from the same sender every day. And every time I see it, I select all of it and send it to spam. Because some people, they just become addicted to the person that they're obsessing over. They become addicted to that person. And they just want to keep talking to you, and they want to keep being in your environment. Judas was a hidden enemy. And a good example of Judas is Judas was on the same table as Jesus, breaking bread with Jesus. And your hidden enemies are usually people who will be on the same table as you, breaking bread with you, okay? And smiling and congratulating you. So you have to ask God to reveal to you, God, show me my hidden enemies. Who are my hidden enemies, okay? Because sometimes these hidden enemies bully you spiritually, meaning they're sending curses on you, you know, because you're not going to know. So in the spirit realm, they're sending you curses. They're sending you bad omens. You may go to bed and see snakes in your dreams. You may go to bed and see a dog chasing you to bite you. And it's really your friend that you had dinner with the night before that is sending you evil, sending you curses, sending you misfortune. But you're not going to know because she's smiling with you and she's buying you things. And she's congratulating you and leaving heart eyes under your pictures. So how are you going to know, right? So sometimes these people, you know, you have to ask God to reveal them to you. I remember the time I had a dream about my brother, and in my dream, I had a dream that somebody close to him, not going to say who the person is, was taking his pants or was taking his clothing to take it somewhere to do something with it.
Wow.
And I had that dream around 3 a.m, and I had called him at 4 a.m, and I said, make sure you don't let anyone in your home, and don't let anybody take your clothes. Don't give anybody your clothes. I don't care if someone says, hey, I want to buy you some pants. Give me a pair of pants so I know your measurements. Do not give anybody your clothes. I already warned you. Okay, and I told him the person that I saw in my dream as well. So again, these people cannot hide. If you're a spiritual person, you will see them. Like that time I told you guys I had a dream of a client that turned into an alligator. He was an actual alligator. So again, these are people who are trying to hide in the shadows. They don't want you to know how they truly feel about you. They want to keep pretending with you. They want to keep pretending. And I don't want any pretenders around me. Neither should you, because it's just not a good deal.
I worked in HR for several years, so in this class, I am going to teach you guys.
Lost a friend, got a better one. Lost a job, gained a better one. Lost an opportunity, got a better one. In order to ascend in your life and in order to truly have a life of abundance and happiness, you will have to start looking at rejection differently. Rejection has nothing to do with, and I'd like to touch on that because that was spoken about a lot on another platform about, and I apologize if you hear thunder in the background, many people believe that if a woman is attractive, that everything is just handed to her. That's why a lot of attractive women experience people are just mean for no reason, straight up nasty, without cause, because they feel like your life is just easy. So if I'm mean to her, that'll make her life a little bit more difficult, so she can understand things are not as easy as she may be experiencing it. Mm-hmm. You will notice, just to piggyback off that statement, the more positive attributes you have about yourself, that will actually cause people to reject you more. If you're smart, if you're intelligent, if you're ambitious, if you're beautiful, if you're a straight up stunner, if you are the type of person where you're punctual. A lot of you guys are very punctual, meaning, when you work, you put your all into your work. You feel like your work is a representation of you. You put your all into whatever it is that you're doing. Do you know that some people will actually reject you for the positive characteristics or the positive things that you may have? You may be rejected as a result of that. But anytime that you're rejected in life, you need to view rejection differently. You have to view rejection as God steering you away from one thing and steering you towards something else. Because one thing that I've actually realized, especially in my life, is I have actually realized that a lot of times in life, when I got rejected from like a place, or, I got rejected from, I don't know, a group or friends or a guy or whatever. And yes, a lot of you guys may be like, what? She's awesome. Yes, I've been rejected plenty of times. First from family. So if anybody knows about what it is to experience rejection, it's me. Okay? I completely know what it feels like to be rejected. And a lot of the times, I feel like God allows people to reject us because, one, when you are always rejected by people, you tend to not have expectations from people anymore. When you dealt with so much rejection and disappointment in your life, you don't expect, need, or desire anything from people. It kind of does something to you when you've experienced a lot of rejection in your life. It kind of causes you to stand on your own 2 feet a little bit more. And it causes you to, be like, I gotta get it for myself. Like, I gotta make it for myself. I have to make a difference for myself, right? So rejection is redirection. Oh my God, this happened to me last night in prayer when I was talking to God last night before bed. And I was crying. And I got very emotional when I was talking to God in my prayer time last night, because I was telling God, I'm sorry. There are so many things that happened to me in my past where I was extremely rejected. And I was in a way upset at God, in a way where I was like, how could you let them do that to me? Like, how could you allow me to experience that? How could you allow me to go through something so painful? But then when I got to the opposite side of the bridge, I realized that there are certain things in my life that God had to snatch from me. Even if that caused me to be sad, even if that caused me to feel depressed for a little bit, there are certain things where if God did not snatch those things from me, those things would have really damaged me in a very aggressive way. So a lot of you guys have rejected and you feel like it's you, but in reality, God was preventing something. God knew that man was no good for you. That girl was no good for you. That job was getting ready to do something very diabolical to you. That trip would have been the trip that you could have possibly put your life in jeopardy or on the line. Like, God knows stuff long before we do. And when we get rejected, we need to start viewing rejection differently. We need to start viewing rejection as a redirection. Like, okay, that door closed. That doesn't mean that it's a no for my dream and what I want to accomplish. It's just a not there. It may work there, but just not there. So a lot of you guys don't internalize rejection, right? Don't internalize it. Don't start thinking that you're not worthy or you're not worth anything because a specific individual didn't see your value. And that's something that I actually posted about the other day or a couple of weeks ago, where I said, not everybody will see your value. And you have to be comfortable and confident with knowing that not everybody will deem you valuable. As much as you guys support me and you like my platform, and I appreciate that, I
They're not. Nope. Yeah. Nope. Some people really are. Yeah. That's true. That's true. We knew. We knew what you was trying to say. Girl, girl, let me tell you. That one right there, let me tell you. They will treat you like shit because they will look at you and be like, something innately inside of them will be like, I ain't shit. And why you are this beautiful person, and I know I would never have access to you. They know it, and they can feel something ain't right with you. That's why you get rejected. They be like, no, ain't no way somebody this beautiful wants me. Something's wrong. They don't want to believe it. And that's what that's why you get your ass rejected. That's why you don't believe in that loving the ugly motherfucker. Right. Oh please. Man did not create no damn universe. Oh, they will do that to you. Yeah. It's like that boy Mandy at the Sister Circle, right? She talks so much shit she tried to exude so much fucking power over dumb shit. This is why I don't like social media people. And this bitch was sleeping on her family couch the whole fucking time. Like, I was like, this bitch is a loser. And I should have known, because sometimes I realize in life, sometimes we can live such regular lives, we just think, oh, this person must have got off work. Because they send you a message at like 1, 2 in the morning and see you got off work, you know what I'm saying? And you with Bay, and so that's what you and them doing. And Bay started, she was like, I don't want to hear this bitch. She's a fucking narcissist. I'm leaving. I remember her saying that shit. But I had that time where I had to learn how to grow. You know what I'm saying? I had to grow a little more. And so it turned out that this bitch was sleeping on. She ain't have no job. See, this is how it flipped out, right? You know how people want to spitefully turn on somebody, right? And I didn't give a fuck. I didn't want to fuck with nobody, so I ain't give a shit. I just didn't give a fuck. And when the situation had went down, right? It's like you're sitting here talking all this shit about this person, and people don't think that you read the text message of the other person that's messaging them. You feel me? So like, you talking shit about her, but she dragging your ass in this text message. She telling on you the whole motherfucking time. She telling, bitch, your suitcase, you're this and that, you're staying with me. You know what I'm saying? Your mom kicked you out and all kind of shit. Exposing your whole life, basically showing, bitch, you're living couch to couch. You're a step away from not having a place to live, but yet you're manipulating and doing all this stupid shit. It's like one time this dude, his ex-wife was just like, look, are you serious? How you doing? What about how your children are doing? I read that whole message. I didn't even read what the fuck you wrote no more. What about how your children are doing? Your daughter has no parents. Your son, you borrowed his babysitter money for him. Like, I read the whole shit. And now what I'm saying is, these fucking people, I guess they think we can't read. But the thing is, the situation be so convoluted. You be like, bro, I don't want shit to do with none of y'all motherfuckers. Y'all can have it. I learned my lesson hard, bro. Like, if there's any drama, if there's any unfinished business, leave me alone. But you know why I didn't attract that shit no more? I had to clear away from the residue of the last people. I had to clear the residue. I'm about to have to start writing stuff down before I do these shows now. I had to clear that shit. Because you do experience residue. I call it the 6 months residue before you clearly fully clear out. If you don't do a cutting candle, cutting ritual, cord cutting shit, you will experience it another 6 months before it's cleared out your life. I'm so fucking serious. Selena's good. Yes, they do. Yes. Yep. Yes. Yep. always a color. Okay. Told you human beings ain't shit, bro. Most people ain't shit. Their kids ain't shit. Yes, yes, yes. That's why I need to get my fucking Facebook. I'm not using that, but let me tell you something. Let me motherfucking tell you something, okay? I was sitting here, um, when that situation went down with the circle, right? And the way, let me tell y'all, I know I always talk about this, right? I had went to my Facebook, right? I went to my page, and it's funny because I went to my page the other day, not on purpose. I kind of just saw that, noties and shit, and I was like, oh shit, such and such posted, such and such posted, such and such posted, right? And so then after that had happened, I was like, yo, all these fat ass bitches on my cover, because it's like 369, right? The cover. And I'm like, yo, all these fat ass bitches are all on my page. And the thing is, you have to, okay, if you don't know how Facebook works, right? The way that Facebook works is that whoever you interact with the most, or how you interact with people, is how it's going to show up on that friend list. For those of you who may not know that, okay. So if you interact with somebody the most, that person's going to be at the top, and et cetera, right? This is why a lot of people don't show their Facebook friend list, because from the Facebook friend list, you can I need to make mine private. From the Facebook friend list, you can you can see what's the name. You know what I'm saying? You can see who they interact with the most if you know how the Facebook algorithm works. Anyway, I saw all these fat ass bitches, and I'm like, I don't fucking talk to them. Why the fuck are they covering up my shit? And then one of them had Mandy one had posted some shit on some shit like something about a party, right? And I ain't have time for that. Who knows what I was doing? Probably writing a song, writing a story. Who knows? I was probably just doing something I was supposed to do with my life. And I looked, and it was like more likely to get in a fight. And then my name was tagged, and I said, "That's the fuck it." I said, that's the fuck it. No, the fuck, I am not more likely to get into no fight at no fucking party. Who the fuck going out to do that? Not me. I am not more likely to do that. I was highly fucking offended. You understand me? And that's when I put that post up and I felt it that them bitches was offended. Because that was the moment, like, because right after that shit happened, them bitches got rejected minutes, hours, second later. If you're not a creative, no, this and that, I'm going to remove you off my shit. Because they made my shit look ugly. I said, hell no. Never the fuck again. Okay? If I'm not motherfucking, I'm not doing, matter of fact, I'm not fucking with nobody, period, like that. Because the thing I learned from that experience is that these motherfucking bitches don't these bitches are doing, these bitches are in these poly relationships, right? Because I didn't get too deep into that topic. They're in these poly relationships, right? And they are in it to control other women. And they're also in it so their husbands won't cheat on them. And so whenever they see a woman that's threatening their marriage or whatever, her and the woman are getting into fights over the man. It's pick me woman's man centered shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's all a bunch of people fucking each other and a bunch of people with this. And to me, that bothers my spirit because that just ugh. It's like I mean, it's just what they're doing. It's just like I don't like people who put, I don't like these wives and this false sense of fucking power that they have. And then you have one woman who's not married and stressing about the other woman's husband, talking about some marriage is a piece of paper, but you can't have no respect for their marriage. Your three marriages failed. So now you screaming marriage is a piece of paper. So instead of you dealing and doing the self work and doing the meditations and healing, shadow work of why you have three failed marriages, here you coming into somebody else's marriage to make sure it fails. You see how people be operating out here? And y'all get mad at us screenwriters who write characters and stories, and y'all be like, oh my gosh, that's so dumb. Why would somebody do something that dumb? Because it's a fucking character. Just like everybody in this world, people don't make sense. Characters are not always going to make sense. A character is just there to tell a goddamn story, and that's it. You know what? I used to sit here in life and believe that we're all special, that we all have gifts, that we all had dreams when we were younger, and then we get older, and that that we all have it. We just got to bring it out. No, I don't believe that no more. I don't believe that no more. I do believe that they're chosen ones. I do. I believe they are chosen ones, and those are the ones in this world who are beautiful and know that they're beautiful and they're talented and they got more to their life and they got something to give to this world. Though I do. I don't believe everybody is gifted and special and talented anymore. I don't believe everybody is useful either. Don't believe it. She said, she said, I know it's hard for you to believe I've been rejected by men. Girl, we believe it. Men just be rejecting the bitch just to reject one. We believe it. Cause some of these dudes be having the audacity, girl. We know. We got a lot of revenge nerds out there too. They just out here just getting back at looking better than they did. See, this is how goddamn immature people are in this world too. Like you didn't know yourself, right? And you sat around at that age and you didn't know how to talk to people and girls and stuff like that. So you become a grown man, you know what I'm saying? Get your muscle up, this, that, and the third. You feeling yourself, your libido, you know how to talk to people, right? You know how to get yourself out there. So now you're getting beautiful women. And so now you dogging them out because these are the beautiful girls that wouldn't talk to you in high school. How retarded is that? This is the logic of people though. This people. Sometimes you gotta laugh to keep from crying, as they said. Who the fuck? It looks like EP Dash. Selena. Who was the Selena's story? I don't care how many times you watch that movie, you're gonna fucking cry. Oh boy. Same here. Oh, so cute. Yo, girl, that one right there, when I tell you, I be having this feeling, right? I be like, I could just feel it when I walk outside. And I be like, somebody's fucking watching me. Somebody watching me. Somebody just trying to find a way to bump into me and get close to me and talk to me. I could feel that shit when I walk outside, bro. It's crazy. Do y'all notice how this is like the look for Selena? That when people give a Selena look, this is the look that everybody gives. Yes, uh-huh. That's not what I think about. You believe that you were wrong as well. They appear very kind, and it's not just that. Everyone else thinks that they're kind too. That's how they work. See, that's how they play you. See, everyone else is in on it. They have a husband, they have a wife, they have a team of people to back up the face that they have. Not in my dream. Come as motherfuckers. Right. Mhm. Yes. Right. Okay. Okay. See now, what creeps me. This is why I can't watch the show You, because I've like I said, I've been stalked before. What creeps me out about this type of behavior is it's the way that they do it. It's the fucking way that they do it that like gets to me. Like, it's like what the fuck? And then there is um the aspect of, how do I say this from what she's saying? Like, no matter how much you think, like, okay, when I watch Lena Waithe, I watch her for success, right? But never do I want to know where the fuck she live at. What's her dog's name? Does she, if she has a dog, you know, a pet? I mean, if she talks about the pet, then I'll know it. But other than that, I study her for her craftsmanship and the work that she's done and what she's did, and applying that to my own work. Like, that's what I like about Lena Waithe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to make that clear in the success study. That's what I like about Shonda Rhimes. I only know that she moved because she said it. You only know she lost weight because we can see it. Other than that, like, I'm not sitting here like, oh man, it can creep you out, but it's real, y'all. It's pretty real. I love this book. Oh, girl, she could return you for this shit. You ain't safe nowhere out here. Naomi Campbell, before you get to that, I have to say something because listening to this shit got me thinking now. Cardi B did come for Nicki Minaj. That could be why so many people, it's like a thing there. I just so, so funny. I saw so many people who like Nicki and who love. Cause remember, I am from South Jamaica, right? So there, Nicki have. When I tell you, when she talk about the fan base Nicki got love on another level that no one talks about, and that's her love for the where she's from, Southside. So people in Southside fucking love Nicki Minaj. You feel what I'm saying? Like, just love her. Even when she had her downfall, they still love her. You feel me? But I noticed, like, if I see some old twisted bitch that don't like Nicki Minaj, then there a chick that came over here and said that she wrote songs for Nicki or some shit. She wrote two songs in the industry, and she know Nicki Minaj and shit. And I'm just like, so do you know people in Southside? How do you know Nicki Minaj if you don't know people in Southside? You see what I'm saying? I don't even know how I went over there. I respect her. I respect her for that. I respect her for that because a lot of time people, that's where the whole nice nasty thing come from. Always in people is that religious setting. Everybody just around each other don't really like each other and all that shit. I respect the fact that she goes there to get what she needs to get spiritually with her notebook, and she gets up and she leaves because that's what it's supposed of people. Yes. Her Instagram. Show us my Instagram. Oh wow! Oh wow! Yes. She about to get off my boat. humiliate you. They always, yes, humiliate you, make you look like you're not what you are. do that to you. I do. I do. That's true. Nikki Channels. Nikki, Nikki Channels. Nikki Channels. I'm telling you, she does. She's a writer. Okay. Yes, she is. She is. That was very powerful one too. That look is iconic. Nobody can touch it like Serena. Yeah. That is a scary part. Strangers. And that's what was so dark about that one person that was like, me and you were two perfect strangers. So, people will confess their bullshit to you. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I say, man, when you can get away from these motherfuckers, you get far the fuck away and you keep away from them. Because even when her sister sent me a message, tell my sister happy birthday and all this shit, right? And I just eventually just screenshotted it and sent it over to her from whatever account I knew her was on. And I was like, who's to say the sister not setting me up? You see what I'm saying? Like I didn't even write back to the sister to say I didn't like. I just passed the message and left it alone. She said I was drop my coffee. You know something? I always think about when as a screenwriter when I'm telling a story, right? And I get these ideas in my head for these stories, right? And I be like, where the fuck did that come from, right? Why did I think to even write something like that? And it's like it's something that you're channeling as a writer because like when I hear her tell this story, this is something that one of my characters would actually fucking do. Like one of my characters would do some shit like this. You know what I'm saying? To my character, my main protagonist character and shit like that. She said almost she almost dropped her fucking coffee when she found out who was doing this shit. And what's more disturbing is like you look at the people who listen to this shit and you be like, do you hate me too? Or are you just fucking gullible? Which one is it? Or is it both? Never. Girl, get into the spiritual part. Yep, yep. I know what you mean by that. What Talala? That's a Leah. That's a Leah girl. Okay, there goes Serena. She, she is. Yes, she was. Very. What's the Capricorn moon? Oh, Capricorn fine. That's true. Yeah. And she's a seven. She was very. She was into it. Oh, she got it. Yeah. Oh, she was a fan, and he was in love with her. Fifth album. Oh shit! I never. Wait, wait, listen. Damn. What? What? Ooh. I didn't know the last lady was 23. That just terrifies my heart. Girl, girl. It is. Yeah. Yo. Oh, she was going to conceive a baby. Oh, yeah. That one. Oh shit. Hmm. I think those places are a hindrance anyway. Well, what was Aaliyah's real story? Because they set that up. That airplane lovely. That airplane. Why she keep Why she keep showing Naomi Campbell? Wasn't Naomi Campbell the bully? That sound like damn divestors. The black divestors. Uh-huh. Still gotta put the work in. No, I want to hear what she got to say about Shanquilla. Cause I let me tell y'all something. When I heard about Shanquilla, I did not, and I did not want to see it because it broke my heart. It broke my heart. It broke my heart. Okay, it broke my heart. It broke my heart because I was like, this was such a young girl. It's too many stories of these beautiful young girls and brown skinned young girls hanging out with people they think are friends, and these people are killing them. There was one that fell into the Michigan Lake because they was speeding on the boat so damn fast. It's like they was speeding fast enough so her ass can just fly off of that shit, bro. It's so fucked up. Okay, so let's just hear this. Right. Yeah. Yes, that's the video where she jumps in the room and she like, who getting naked? Who getting naked? And she's recorded, right? Coming in and everybody's quiet. And you can your heart, your stomach will fucking drop. That's how quiet, like it's like girl run. That's the first thing you want to tell her, bitch run. And then I heard she was drunk and naked and they beat her down. We can see that. She got her lashes really nice. And I just looked at her. I am missing on my lashes. I went to it for my art. Not so, not her smiling at the videos geared toward them. She's gonna be dragging their ass. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's the elevator. You know what's so deep? I think it's interesting that you have women who are bringing up this type of conversation more, right? Women who have studied, and I think it's interesting that she's a fire sign too, because most fire sign women are always around men anyway. Yeah, I noticed that. Hold on, you are easy target. Hold on. Does she got full story on this Shankula girl? Sometimes I just don't. Sometimes I want to hear people's voices. I don't want their faces on my channel. I don't want to see people. I don't want. I'm not on their face. I think men kind of get. And they hate that. Yes, it is. Right. I want to say something. Oh, my grandma made it to 98. That's beautiful. I want to say something. I'm going to stand on what I'm saying about the Black Caribbean woman. Okay? She has an oblong face. She has those high cheekbones. You see her cheekbones? She has her unique nose. I can't really make out her eyes. She has very wide eyes. She has sharp, wide eyes, right? And I'm saying all this because there has to be something with women who carry this type of look that American women attack. And I'm starting to wonder, what the fuck do they see in us when they see women who look like this? See, if I'm walking around outside and I see a woman who look like this, I'll say hi, I'll smile, I'll compliment her. I'll know instantly that she's Caribbean, ask her where she's from. Typical conversation. depending on my mood, I might even ask her what she do, what kind of business she got going on. As soon as she tell me she Caribbean, because I'ma ask, because that's my personality. But I noticed that I wonder what the American, like the Black American, sees, or the American Caucasian sees in the Black Caribbean woman who looks like us, like that. I'm not surprised she looked like this. Exotical United, if that's really her, she looks like this. Every woman that I watch and listen to that talk about being pretty, this is the facial features what we look like. Okay, and I sit here and say to myself, is it is it because the American Black people can see that we are Black, but know that we're not Black? And is that what makes them not, that's what makes them attack us so bad. It's like we're Black, but we're not Black. And then it's like, I wouldn't know for sure if that's a wig or if that's her hair, because of how her features look. I had a weave in my head like that before, and I had long hair, and I still wore weave like that. And when I told the woman who did hair at my job, because nobody liked her, because she was a real pretty girl, all that stuff, but I liked her, and I told her about my hair, and I was like, "You do hair?" And she was like, "Girl, I would have never known that that wasn't your hair. I thought that was your hair." I said, "No, girl, that's not my hair." See what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that the Black American people look at Black women like us that have this signature face feature. I know her eyes is closed up, but I can still see her face. And they can see that we're Black and we're not Black, and something bothers them. Because I remember that fake friend used to say to me, "Why you talk like that? I don't understand why you talk like that." And I'll be like, "How do I talk? What are you talking about?" So it is creepy. Okay. It's weird. It's creepy. I'm trying to block this person because, hold on, I'm on Instagram and I was following this lady who does films. And I guess I commented on one of her pages, and then she commented back, "That's the joke, baby," or some shit. And I hate when people do that to me. So I'm trying to unfollow this bitch because something about it just like, I have a feeling like, what did I type about that's a joke? I was trying to understand what I wrote about that's a joke. Oh, wait a minute. I wasn't trying to be fucking funny. Why was that a joke? I wasn't trying to be fucking funny. It was a video about I think Issa Rae put it out there. I think it's a video about shit. Oh, the ICE snatching away the kids from the parents, and they were literally pulling the mother's hair, pushing the father back, and they took the kids away from them. Oh, I might have to show y'all that video. And then I had made a comment to that. You know what? Let me go ahead. It's been a little while. We're gonna go ahead and do some breaking news. Yeah, there's a video with Ice. They pull a woman's hair or something. Yeah, let me show y'all some breaking news. Here you go. Fair use, just showing this. Yeah, I'm gonna probably put this. Okay, watch this, y'all. Niggas said adios. He grabbed the fuck out of her. Bro, we to this day, we don't know what happened. Don't know what happened. Just I I don't know what she. We can't hear. We don't. I don't know whoever speaks Spanish. I can't. She's speaking so fast. I don't even know how you can know what she's saying. She has her children. Oh, those are her children. I didn't see that. She's crying. She's frustrated. She's crying. I see two boys, and paparazzi ain't shit. That's the part that killed me. Is paparazzi. Look. Okay, who is this? These people got cameras right here. Oh gosh, that had to hurt. He pushed the fuck out of her. He pushed her like a fucking man. He pushed her like a motherfucking man. Oh my gosh. Oh, he was like, adios, adios, adios. Hold on, y'all. Is this fast or this slow? Hold on. 1080p. See, I'm using up my premium. Y'all got me fucked up. We doing the premium HD enhanced 1080. Okay. Now we can see better. All right. Ain't it slow right now? Oh no, this is fast. I'm not trying to make this funny because I'm not laughing. Okay, wait. She's in his face. He said adios. He snapped. Oh, her head hit that floor hard, honey. Oh, okay, that's that one. He arrested one for pulling her from a tree. There was a woman whose hair got pulled from ice. Oh, so they did place him on leave. I think they did that to protect him. I don't think they did it to suspend him. I guess it's one day. They've got to fight back. Democrats press leaders not to cave in a shutdown fight. Oh, we are we really about to have a government shutdown again? Trump cancels meeting with top Democrat on how to prevent the government. So they're going to do it anyway? The Republicans, the government shutdown fight. I want y'all to see this ridiculous shit. If y'all can't read this, this is ridiculous. The Republicans want a clean funding bill. What the fuck does that mean? The threat is mass firing. This is what the Republicans, the Democrats want Obamacare tax credit extension. I think that's the Democrats are saying to shut down the government. Oh, Democrats. Oh, Democrats. Yeah, yeah, wait a minute. So, yeah, they did the fire people. Oh, oh boy. 70-year-old citizen. Okay, that's from 2 months ago. I'm talking about now. Oh wow. They're so violent. And I feel like they told them to do that. Well, if you don't tell the truth, yeah, they're aggressive. Oh wow. They are having too much fun. Can I tell you something? Yeah, I saw this one. Catch Chicago delivery worker viral clip show him escaping on bicycle. Of course. What is he? A fucking Jamaican? motherfucker out, out, out like a light. Ice Nazis and child try to kidnap a food delivery driver, but my man was too fast for these slow bastards. Ice was to try to catch him. They stuff look heavy though. They clothes look like the clothes they have on look real like they guarded up, like they got bulletproof vests and all that. You know what I'm saying? Stanley says ICE agent held 5-year-old autistic girl. Oh, try to lure them into arrest. This is in Boston. They detained a 5-year-old girl when it appears to attempt to question the parents to surrender. Oh no. They're trained to do it this way, y'all. They're trained to intimidate, to taunt. I would hate for ICE to knock on my door, bro. Be like, listen, here's my birth certificate, my social, like I'm an American citizen. Here's my workers ID. Like, I wouldn't want no problems with ICE. That's traumatized, man. You don't scare ICE. Hit Major has a pending asylum case. And the mother, Jeanette, has a pending petition to stay in the country legally through her older U.S. citizen son, she said. Has a pending asylum case. Oh, okay. Hit Major. Okay. That name is interesting. And the mother, Jeanette. Oh, wow. So they did. So how they get the baby? Was she outside playing? Was she outside playing? The girl was later taken to the Leominster Police Department, where her grandmother was able to pick her up about 3 hours later, according to the family. See, that poor child had to sit there 3 hours before somebody picked her up. She probably was chilling. Listen, if it's got so far to the point that your child is outside being detained by ICE, please go outside and give them the paperwork and don't make trouble. Yeah, forget Hit Major. Y'all should have came outside. Man, let me be quiet. Y'all do what y'all want to do. Migrants detained by ICE agents appear in her scheduled asylum case court. I'm trying to find something more recent. Where's the filter button? Huh? Create what? Where's the filter button? Block ICE agents in front of Sam's immigration. Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know. So, is there a government shutdown? Because I'm in the house and it's Monday. This is breaking news. This is 6 hours ago. I want something more recent. Vance talks shutdown deal. Heated comments from VP Vance on the government shutdown deal with Dems. They're saying it's a deal with Trump, says government shutdown could be caused because the Democrats are crazed. Oh my goodness. This what? Please tell me, yes, what should I expect when this government shuts down? If this does happen? Because I got work. I feel like just creating tonight. I really I don't know. Hold on. Oh, what the that's not good. Wow. Wait a fucking minute. Did you hear that shit? Fair use. Did y'all hear this shit? So tomorrow, man, I'm creating. I'm creating, bro. I'm creating. I got some food left over too. Yeah, I'm creating, bro. I'm about to just zone out. This crazy. Did you hear her? We really about to go into this government shutdown shit. Rent is due. Okay. Okay. Right. Right. Wow. You know what? I think, we've been talking about this whole topic of jealousy. We've been talking about this whole topic of envy. We've been talking about vicious women. We've been talking about all this stuff, right? And every time I talk about things, other things align with it, right? Okay. Matter of fact, hold on. I got to make a call. if they don't come to a conclusion. I mean, we don't technically, that's not a government job, is it? It's an expert explains what makes this possible government shutdown different from others. Okay, let me listen to this one. Right. This was 5 hours ago, by the way. Like I can't make it up. Oh, they got a countdown. There's a shutdown deadline. September 30th. They said 1 day, 7 hours, 26 minutes, and 52 seconds. Like we counting down to the next year. This is crazy. This shit, this shit crazy. So, man, no federal employees been taking straight since this man been the president. This is crazy. That's no. We already he gonna be the president for 4 years. For oh man, yeah, man. Okay, I thought it was something. I was confused. Like I was trying to understand. You know what I mean? Because y'all already put the prices of the food high. Y'all took away people food stamps. Y'all fired federal government people. Y'all took away Section 8. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, now y'all shutting down the go. What y'all doing? Y'all just want everybody to die. Is there too many people on the planet right now? What's going on? This is crazy. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, November 4th. So, oh, yeah. And it does say to the republic for which it stands. It does say that. That it says one nation. It does say that. Okay, he's boring me. Some people be talking in circles. I swear, they just talk fucking circles. Yeah, Mayor Adams done left the candidate. He don't want to. He don't want to run no more. He done left. Trump believes a government shutdown is coming. Do you, Trump? Mass layoff in 48 hours. Government shutdown imminent. Mass layoffs in 48 hours. The fallout begins. How's work going, by the way? Okay. happened now? Oh shit. Oh, you got to finish outfit. What the fuck? Oh wow. Oh man. These federal workers, man, they get it hard, man. They not thinking. You got the we need our federal workers. We need our federal workers. What about when I go to the post office? For people who take trains and buses. What about my child in college? You feel me? All of these things. That's crazy. What's the board looking like? Y'all got work or what's up? Do y'all got work or it's still slow? Damn. Oh shit. Have they been calling anybody back? Damn. Oh damn. They pull people from damn. Oh man. Man, I saw what did I see? I just saw an ice video where they had the little girl, the 5-year little girl that was autistic outside and telling the parents stupid ass to come outside and give their paperwork. And I'm like, how they got the kid? How they got your kid? Like, how your little 5-year autistic kid is hostage and y'all both in the house? She was playing outside. This is crazy. Like, what the fuck was going on? Yo, bro, you know they put him he supposed to be on the money now. And they yo, you want those words? October 14th is Charlie Kirk Day. That's the same day George Floyd died, bro. They trolling. They trolling. Yeah, I know. I I feel fat. I feel bad for anybody growing up right now. Like word. I do. I feel bad for anybody growing up in this little that growing up right now. That's why a lot of people homeschool. I know a lot of people that homeschool for a long time, and when they had to bring their kids back to school, they were traumatized. They couldn't even deal with public school. Yeah, I had somebody that their kid was public homeschool a whole for years. By the time they got to, I think, like fifth grade, they took the kid to public school. They were traumatized. They couldn't handle them kids. They couldn't handle them kids. That's why I didn't homeschool. I wanted to, but I like, nah, they gotta be tough, man. I can't have them, They need to be around they gotta go through this shit. They gotta fight. They need to learn. They need to experience peer pressure. Cause one thing I do see about a kid like that, they don't really they don't have they don't have social experience. And they have very bad control issues. They don't know how to deal in an environment with other children because they're around adults so much. And so with adults, they can manipulate, they can lie, they can be coddled. But with children, they can't do that with other children. See what I'm saying? And I noticed that that's what happened. And then the parent is they're socially awkward too because they don't even want the child to be around the other kids. I understand that, but I believe in children. I believe children gotta learn. The reason why Blake is such a fighter is Blake had to fight. That's why Blake fight to this day. Blake Blake was fighting. Blake was in school fighting every day with him and his friend. One fight he told me sound like the damn Three Stooges. He said his friend went to swing and he hit the boy, and the boy, his friend, ended up hitting him. I was like, what the hell, Blake? He was getting in fights all the time, but then he like, what I mean? He a teenager now, and his father was like, yo, he's out here. It's like, he said, it'll be, yeah, Blake. Shit. That little nigga ain't nothing to fuck with. I'm telling you, but that's what I'm saying. Like, they wouldn't be like that if they was homeschooled. Girl. Somebody said, why do Republican women look like that? The new faces of MAGA. Well, they arguing. Yeah, they arguing with each other anyway. MAGA is a mess. This is crazy. Ah, yeah, I'm concerned because what are the classrooms like right now? I know, but I think about my child. She's in her own world though. She chilling. Is she chilling? That it, she be roasted, right? I don't want to be roasted, everybody. Government shutdown coming. YouTube settles 24.5 million lawsuit with Trump and more. Ugh. I ain't gonna hold you. No, I'm just gonna create. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna finish up writing and creating and go back into my story world. I'm not trying to deal with this. I yeah. Yeah, I can't. Let me just go into my creative world. I gotta disappear. And I'm still handling my adult life, but I'm not getting my emails back. I don't know. Yo, this situation, bro. That goddamn, what's her name? That goofy ass one-eye bitch. going on? Okay, I don't got time for the foolishness. I got it's the past 2 hours. Y'all know what it is when it's past 2 hours. Black men are an order of magnitude more violent than white men. Okay, I don't got time for that. All right, we're gonna turn this off. I'm gonna get into another topic of things that I saw, and we gonna get